They said, "I do," in front of 1,000 guests at Madison Square Garden. And now, one of Taylor Swift's closest friends is revealing what actually happened during those vows. If you thought this wedding couldn't get any more emotional, wait until you hear what Maren Morris just told People magazine. I'm going to break down every detail, the vows, the performers, the dress, the guest list, all of it. So stick around, because this is one of the most talked about celebrity weddings in years. Let's rewind for a second. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce, both 36 years old, tied the knot on Friday, July 3rd, at the legendary Madison Square Garden in New York City. This wasn't just any celebrity wedding, it was the culmination of a relationship that fans had been following since Kelce first talked about trying to give Swift his phone number at one of her concerts back in 2023. Since then, the couple became one of the most watched pairings in pop culture, with Swift regularly showing up at Kansas City Chiefs games and Kelce becoming a fixture at her Eras Tour stops. So, when the wedding finally happened this past June, it felt like the ending of one chapter and the start of a brand new one. Now here's where it gets interesting. Country singer Maren Morris, who is 36 years old and has been friends with Swift for years, she even provided background vocals on one of Swift's From the Vault tracks, was one of the roughly 1,000 guests who witnessed the ceremony in person. In an exclusive sit-down with People, Morris opened up about what it was actually like to be in that room. She said the exchange of vows between Swift and Kelce was, in her words, beautiful, and that it gave guests a much closer look into the couple's love for each other. And honestly, their sense of humor, too. Morris called being one of those 1,000 witnesses an honor, and said the best part of the whole night was simply celebrating the love between the two of them. And this wasn't a quick, rushed exchange either. A source previously told People that both Swift's and Kelce's vows ran about 20 minutes each. 20 minutes. That's not just, "I promise to love you." That's a real, heartfelt speech in front of everyone they know. But the vows were only part of the spectacle. Sources say the entertainment lineup that night read like a music festival, not a wedding. Paul McCartney reportedly performed the Beatles' classic, "I Want to Hold Your Hand," and legendary singer Stevie Nicks was also on the performance lineup. Think about that for a second, two of the biggest names in music history, performing live at a private wedding. And here's a detail a lot of people didn't expect. Taylor and Travis skipped the traditional bridesmaids and groomsmen altogether. Instead, Taylor's brother, Austin Swift, served as her man of honor, and Travis's brother, Jason Kelce, stood in as his best man. It was a way of blending both families together in a really personal way. And who officiated the ceremony? None other than their friend, actor and comedian Adam Sandler, which honestly explains a lot about why Morris said the vows were funny as well as emotional. The guest list itself was stacked with A-listers. We're talking Ed Sheeran, Selena Gomez, Jennifer Lopez, Sabrina Carpenter, Brad Pitt, Tom Hanks, Bradley Cooper, and Dakota Johnson, just to name a few. It was less of a wedding and more of a cultural event. Let's talk fashion for a second, because this is where things get really exclusive. Swift and Kelce's ceremony attire was custom created by Christian Dior Haute Couture, designed personally by Jonathan Anderson, the creative director of Dior's women's, men's, and haute couture collections. Anderson reportedly worked closely with both of them to get every detail of their looks just right. Their shoes were custom made by Christian Louboutin, and according to a representative, Taylor wore Cartier jewelry for the ceremony. So from the vows down to the shoes, every single piece of this wedding was intentional and personal. As for Morris, she said the night wasn't just about watching her friends get married, it was a reunion too. She joked that her neck actually hurt by the end of the night from turning around so much, seeing people she hadn't run into in years. She called it inspiring, saying the whole room felt this huge dose of hope for love, and that everyone there felt it for Taylor and Travis that night. It's the kind of quote that really shows how emotional this event was for the people inside that room, not just for the millions of fans watching from the outside. So there you have it, 20-minute vows, Paul McCartney and Stevie Nicks performing live, Adam Sandler officiating, and custom Dior for the big day. It's safe to say this wedding lived up to the hype. But here's the big question for you. Out of everything we just covered, what surprised you the most? The length of the vows, the star-studded performers, or Adam Sandler officiating? Drop your answer in the comments below, hit that subscribe button, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next update on Taylor and Travis. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.